So last time in the anime, Ravel found out that Devil Princess, who made nest in his house, had a daughter with Solval. But his brother revealed one day at royal banquet he passed out from drinking and later found himself in bed with that princess. It became clear that Solval was set up by royal family. So he took the case into court and divorce proceedings went on smoothly. Even Crown Prince didn't speak a word, which made Ravel suspicious. So later when he confronted him, he discovered that Prince wanted to seize the throne from his father by demonstrating his father's incompetence when he framed Ravel's brother. And now that that plan had succeeded, Crown Prince wanted to introduce his son to Ravel's daughter, which was a secret only 3 people knew: Solval, Loren, and Alberto, which means Alberto stabbed him in the back. And in fury, Ravel returned and summoned him. He knows Alberto is always loyal and thinks of the Reinfried household. But by leaking the info to Crown Prince for his support on divorce sucks. That's why Ravel fired him and went to meet others. Solval had already called their mother, as she had also been eagerly waiting for Ravel all this time. She had always felt burdened that her son was missing and that Snake came into her house. But now that they threw her off Solval orders to send all her belongings away. After that, Ravel told them he fired Alberto because he betrayed them and leaked the info of his marriage and his child to Crown Prince. Revizl was trying to get Ravel's daughter to do something about the curse of spirit. And hearing this, Loren was even ready to kill Alberto because he used a child in adults' problems. But Ravel stopped him. But putting all that aside, their mother was waiting for him to introduce his kid and wife. But Ellen was worried about so many things. Seems like reading all those novels about mother-in-law had filled her brain with nonsense. But her mother calms her down, and on the other side, Ravel finally called them out, and seeing such a happy little family mother-in-law was content. And on top of that, Ravel revealed he has married the queen of all spirits herself, which means the throne of the spirit realm will eventually go Ellen. Ellen then introduced herself, and from the moment she laid eyes on such a cutie, mother-in-law just fell flat, and she insisted Ellen to call her grandmother. They were all treating Ellen as if she were a Barbie doll, precious through and through, and her favorite thing was sweet that got served instantly. But Ellen was still on guard, and thought it would be another one of her tests. So she showed proper noble etiquette, which everyone wonders where she learned from. Ravel didn't teach her, and surely Origin didn't because spirit rarely eats. But before that, Ravel made up his mind that he will help Solval run the estate, but he can't stay much longer here. Origin's power grows too strong if she stays in the human realm, and as a result this whole land could turn into forest. But Ellen is a different case. She's a rare spirit with the power to control the elements and with modern knowledge of the elements and their matters. She can create anything she wants. For example, she turned the charcoal into a rough diamond at will. If so, she is certainly a living goose that lays golden eggs. If others finds out about her powers, it will be a disaster. Even war could be waged, but for now, Ravel gave all the gold to support the household because that princess had spent the money like crazy. Ellen was fine using her powers in exchange for the cake from earlier, but mainly, they have to keep this a complete secret. But Ellen asked if they have any mine because she can make it green again, as her grandmother recalls owning a small one. So Ellen got content to help. After that, Solval threw a little party with the servants to honor them for enduring that princess until now, as well as to celebrate his brother's return and having new family members. Ravel spoke a few words as well, and then everyone mingled with each other. Ellen was spoiled rotten by Loren and her grandma. Plus Loren even notes what she likes for the future, as he had set his mind to soulfully serve Ellen. But away from there, Revizl heard Alberto was kicked out, so he gives him one final job. And unaware of that Origin, and Ravel decided to head back to the spirit realm, or else their garden will turn into a forest at the very least. But Ellen doesn't cause such side effects, so they let her stay in the human realm for today. But Ellen knew Ravel just wants to stay with her mother alone, and that's how this too went off to enjoy after so long. Loren decided to prepare a room for Ellen because she was sleepy. But just as she fell asleep, Alberto came in secret. He came bearing a handwritten message from the Crown Prince himself, and Ellen remembers this dude wants to use her to get rid of the royal family's curse, because the royals can't contact the spirits directly. So Ellen had to confirm with Alberto if he has any grudge against her family. If not, then why do this? Ravel is ticked because Alberto is doing whatever he wants because he believes it's beneficial for their household. Plus, the royal family doesn't even know what they did wrong in the first place. So this curse will remain intact forever. And it's just the result of their own arrogance. More so, Ellen knew Prince had summoned her, so she told Albert to forsaken the crown prince because he doesn't give a crap about him. And as a matter of fact, Ravel knew Alberto would come with a message from Prince, and that is why he let her stay behind. So on the next day, just as Ravel returned, Ellen teased him about their time alone after so long. So Ravel changed the subject to Alberto in embarrassment, and Ellen asked Ravel to bring Alberto back and give him another chance. Ellen revealed that Ravel had left him behind on purpose because Revizl wanted to contact her, although she burned the letter he sent without even reading it. Ravel has no power against Ellen and has to do what she says. And even Loren was taking Ellen's side rather than taking Ravel's side. Meanwhile, Alberto conveyed the message to the prince, and as Ellen stated, he broke connections with him and departed. But Revizl got even more eager to have Ellen by whatever means necessary. And right there the episode ends. But stay tuned if you want to watch the next episode. For that, subscribe and hit the bell icon. So till then, take care.